Hey guys, welcome back to Troy's Garage. My name's Troy.
This is my garage.
Alright, in today's video is a continuation on Mutton Buster, the interior. Thank you, Tim, for coming and helping with the interior of the part that we were able to get to. Show you the current state of affairs. But what we're basically doing is, the goal is to get the headliner up on, well, above your head. I'll do kind of a deep clean on the rest of it so that we're not making a huge mess. Maybe start tearing the dash apart because we've got to get behind the speedometer to get the speedometer cable out, because if you remember, this is the speedometer cable and it is not in great shape. So that's clearly not going to work. So we've got to replace that. We have no choice in that. To get that, we've got to get behind all the stuff in here. Let's get that cleaned up. I do have a new lens for the bezel. Kind of get as far as we can on more interior stuff. With that said, let's go. Huge shout out to Super Clean for sending me a bunch of product for this video. More on that later. If you've ever had a project vehicle in your garage, you can probably appreciate this. But I'm so just discouraged and not having fun. This is supposed to be fun. And I think this is one of those moments where you just walk away for a minute. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it a day, just walk away, turn the camera off, turn the lights out, go inside, edit some video, work on some other stuff. So, dang it. Sometimes it just doesn't happen the way you want it to. I'm going to have to find somebody to come back and or come over and help me with this headliner. Just some of these things are just too much for one guy. And I'm just calling it a day. Too much. Aim penetrating lubricant on these rusty bolts will really help when it comes time to take these off. I'm going to hit them one more time. I've already hit them once, but I just want to make sure they have a good chance of coming all the way out. And while we're in here looking, there's more rust down here, so it's a good thing we're replacing this. This is the side we already knew about. Pretty nasty there, and then just pretty much gone. This is where the battery sits, and it just must have leaked down in there for years and years. A little concerned about the radiator, but we're going to try to run it anyway. That's the next part to come off this, just so that it's not so awkward and heavy. So I'm going to see if I can get those 4 bolts out. This stuff should help. Full send because I don't care. Yep, there it goes, starting to drop. Scratch me. Good thing for tetanus shots. Alright. Oh, you know what? I don't have the transmission lines disconnected yet. Oh, that was close. I just about started yanking on that. Dang it. That was close. I'm hoping to not have to replace those if I can get the fittings to spin. Okay, come on now. Alright, dang it. Forgot about that. there are transmission lines down there that are still connected. Let's get those done. Weight reduction. Radiator is ready to come out. There's nothing holding it in now except for these 2 bolts right here. So here goes nothing. We're gonna make a huge mess. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Come on, how far did I put that thing in? Jeez, man. All right. Let's go. No messes. Well, if baling wire wouldn't hold it, ain't nothing will. I like it. 2 of them. 2 wibble wobbles. Yep. She's playing hard to get. Gonna have to do it the harder way. I was kind of hoping that I could just get those to spin. I didn't have a wrench on the bottom of it at all. So that's a problem. Dang it. Gotta bust out. Well, I don't have an acetylene torch. I'm too afraid I'm gonna burn my house down. But gonna have to cut them off. So Sawzall, maybe? That's what I'm gonna try next anyway. Probably not gonna record any of this, but I'll show you when I get it off and explain what I did to get them off. But it's going to be ugly and it's going to take a very long time. Well, it wasn't fun, but I got one side done. This is the fastest I've ever been able to do this. I went and grabbed my Sawzall, which is what I was expecting to use, and I grabbed metal blades. And what was sitting on top of my metal blades was this that I used to cut tree roots and whatever. In fact, it still has dirt on it right there from when I was digging tree roots out. But I thought, what if I attacked the rubber with that instead of gumming up my metal blade? Genius, right? So I put this blade on there and I just attacked that rubber like I was cutting down a tree. I'd go at one angle, at another angle, I'd come from a different angle, and I just kind of ate at it until there were chunks of it falling out like I was chopping down a tree. When I would hit the metal, I would back off and go to a different angle, and I just ate away at it. And then I used a screwdriver kind of as a chisel and pried it back until I could see the bolt. And then I attacked it once, and you can see I hit it once in a different spot. And then that made me mad, so I went back to that blade right there and was like, that piece of rubber is coming out of there whether it likes it or not. I think there's still a chunk of it stuck back up in there somewhere, I don't know where, because it went back all the way and exposed the whole bolt, and I was just like, I'm done. Done messing around, I'm not asking. Went back to the metal blade and just attacked it from several angles until it finally popped free. So that took me, I want to say, I didn't look at the clock, but 20 minutes, maybe. I still have the other side to do. It's rustier than this one, but even if it takes me a half hour, that's still faster than I've ever done this job. Under an hour. These things are not fun, especially when they're this rusty. So this is what it looks like. This is the first time exposing it. Well, anyway, you can see that's completely off of there. I need that to stay on there to support it for the other side. We're gonna get this done. That's the easiest way I've found to do this. I don't know if I invented it, but maybe I did. So you're welcome if you ever need to do this again. I had the torch out for a second, or I don't know what they call it. That was applying heat, a propane torch thing. Definitely not a TIG welder, or not a TIG. My gosh, my brain's fried. Anyway, I tried applying heat. I was using a wrench and trying to pry real hard to just break the bolt. No, those things never work. So this is the easiest thing I've found to do this. You're welcome. Leave a like if you haven't found an easier way. If you found an easier way, comment down below, because everyone fights with these eventually. I got out the new one so that I could see where holes are for all the different things that are up there. I'm gonna have to self-tap some grounds for each side, because there's a ground on this side and a ground on this side. There's not holes for those. And I'm not sure if these things all line up with the other things that are there or not. Lots of hardware that needs to change from one place to the other. But I'm getting there. Get this thing down to the frame. Be much easier to deal with. That's for dang sure. Well, as you can see, I've changed clothes. That's because when I finished on this side, I stood up and started moving my tools over to this side to get started. And my back cramped up. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. So I had to stop. I went and got some hydration in me. I don't drink nearly enough water. That's just the honest truth. I am still really proud of the progress that I made today. I was really hoping to get that core support off of there. But anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update on that. And I'll get back out here and work on it again pretty soon. Text message. Perfect timing. Hey guys, welcome back to Troy's Garage. My name's Troy. This is my garage. I got started without you. You know, I just can't hang out and wait for you guys all the time. It's finally Saturday, and I got busy during the week. We're back on the blue Ford. This is Mutton Buster 72. It's a 72 Sport Custom F100. Two-wheel drive. It's the long bed version, which means the average guy can afford one. What we've got here, that's the hood, where the hood hinge screws on. That was no longer going to hold a hood. So what I did is I made myself a template. So future Troy coming at you. What I did in this video didn't make sense, it wasn't working, and I'm taking 3 steps backwards, which is actually about 20 steps forward. And I tried to scab together multiple pieces of metal to try to make something that would work. And it's out here on the side of the house. And I'm going to show it to you. This is not my best work. What it started to look like, obviously it wasn't done. Here's where it was. So this is the piece that I took out. You can see it's been out here for a minute. It's rusty. But I started scabbing a piece in to there. And I was going to put another piece behind it to make it dual layer like this one is. Epic fail. I think I was over ambitious, and the amount of time I was spending on that piece of crap wasn't worth my time anymore. So I ended up buying 2 brand new inner fenders that are right there. Both of them are right there. They have the proper holes cut in them for the hood hinge mounts and all the things. Here's where I'm currently at on this thing. I've got the core support almost all the way out. I think I'm just going to combine these 2 videos into a single video. I had them as separate, but I'm just going to combine them into one. So let's just skip back to where I'm starting in on the core support itself. You're welcome. Saved you a bunch of time watching something that wasn't going to actually be put into the truck. That said, let's get back to the real action. All right, brand new day. Got my big blade with the big teeth on it. I'm going to use the same one I used on the other side. I've got my metal blade. It's already in there, but I got to swap for that one. I'm going to set up my phone as a timer. I'm going to put myself on a timer. Let me get set up, and then we'll start this up with a little time lapse and some music.
Born in 72, I'm a northern Utah girl. Two-tone blue and Wimbledon white, prettiest in the world. Worked the sheep ranches hard till the old man retired. Then I sat for 15 years and slowly acquired a couple hundred mice and a spider or two. Okay, maybe 1,200, but what's a girl to do? They call me Mutton Buster, and I ain't done yet. Roughed up and rusty, but I got no regrets. Patinas earn honey, every scratch tells a tale. I've been left behind, but I was never gonna fail. All I needed was someone who wouldn't give up. Still got plenty left in this old truck. Some guy thought he'd restore me, then ran out of nerve. Sat in his garage for 6 years, getting what I deserved. His wife finally said, boy, get it gone or get it done. So he listed me for sale, and along came the one. Took 2 weeks to call, but when he did, I knew this guy right here was gonna see me through. They call me Mutton Buster, and I ain't done yet. Roughed up and rusty, but I got no regrets. Patinas earn honey, every scratch tells a tale. I've been left behind, but I was never gonna fail. All I needed was someone who wouldn't give up. Still got plenty left in this old truck. I don't smell quite like I used to, I'll give you that. Traded nasty for just old, and I'm good with that fact. Interior's coming back one piece at a time. 54 years later, and I'm still in my prime. Mutton Buster's back. She's coming back. Ain't done yet, not even close.
More angles here. And if you look at the clock, took exactly 10 minutes. Whew! Exactly 10 minutes. That's not bad, I suppose. Whew, let me catch my breath, and then we'll change angles. Get this thing out of here. And then we are exactly halfway on this project. Whew. So I'm going to use the Super Clean to get off some of this grime. I've scraped on this as much as I'm going to scrape on it. I'm just going to spray it, let it soak for a minute, spray it again, and then I'm going to agitate with this brush to get down in some of the cracks and stuff, and we're going to see how well it'll clean this little section right here. But to show you how dirty it is, I can still scrape with my fingernail and get stuff off. So I could scrape and scrape and scrape, but why do that when you can Super Clean? While it does the work, I'm going to take a break. While we let that soak for a minute, let's talk about the Super Clean. It is the most alkaline of all the cleaners. It's 40 times stronger than the green stuff and 10 times stronger than that other purple brand. I've used this stuff several times in various places in the garage, and this stuff literally is amazing. You guys gotta try it for yourself. They sell many different products, from degreaser to foaming, wheel cleaner, aerosol, floor absorbent. Links down below for all these products. Then just take clean rags and wipe it away. Wow, you can see the original paint under there. And of course, the more you do it, the cleaner it'll get, over and over and over. If I cared enough about this frame, I'd be doing a lot more of this. Try to get it down to bare paint or bare metal. But this is not a frame off restoration for this particular one. This is an example of what this stuff can do. It's still getting the rag dirty, but it's way better than it was. I'm sure I should have been wearing gloves for that. I'll probably get 4 or 5 comments down below. This stuff's very alkaline, not good for your skin. It's not good for metal either. It's really bad on grease. Here's the after. You can actually see the original paint clear down to bare metal in some places. And I literally only scrubbed on that for maybe 45 seconds. I used a little bit more of that, scrubbed some more, and then I wiped it away. I'm gonna go get a wet rag as well and clean that off. I don't want the alkaline on there. That will help rust the metal even farther. But I didn't even know there were 3 holes right there. Those were hidden so far under grease that I did not even notice them until I started scrubbing. Thank you, Super Clean, for sending me the product and making my job easier cleaning off grease. Oh, got one more ground connected. Okay, I think we're ready to take it out of here. First look up under the truck with that thing out of the way. Wow, there's a lot of rust that falls off of this thing. All right, with that thing out of the way, there will be a link down below to all the tools that I use for a job like this, as well as the sponsorship links and that sort of thing down there in the bottom. So if you want to support the channel, it's an easy way. Using those affiliate links saves you a little bit of money. Doesn't cost anything extra if you're using the Amazon links, and they just send me a little kickback as kind of a thank you for sending them business. You can use any of those links, those Amazon links, to buy any product at all. Do your regular shopping. Just start with one of my links. It does me a huge favor. I put all that money back in to projects that go on the channel. I appreciate it very much. Keeps things moving forward at a faster pace. There you have it. The front end of a truck sitting on the back end of a truck. Ever seen that before? Yeah, me too. But not on this truck. It's pretty cool. All right. I'm gonna get the other one out. That's the new one down there. We're gonna start swapping parts. But that'll be in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so that you get notified when this next video comes out. We are exactly halfway on the Mutton Buster project. Oh, making progress, sun shining. It's Easter weekend, so I'm actually recording this video the very day, well, this part of the video, the very day it posts. So I'm completely caught up on this content. I have other stuff that I'll filter in as I go. We're gonna try to keep pace on this one. I've got to get this one done so I can sell it, turn around, put the money into Midnight Maroon. This is the keeper, the family keepsake. It's been in the family from day one. It's a 79 Ford F250 and got some pretty cool stuff coming on that guy. So follow along. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you guys watching.